Morning, Chattanooga. My name is Dr. Erika Olmstead. I'm a pharmacist at Walgreens. I'm very grateful to get to be here with you guys today to talk to you about something that's important to me and important to the minority community here in Chattanooga, in the greater Chattanooga area. Something that you maybe haven't really thought about before, but I'm hoping today that maybe you'll think a little bit more about it and why this is important to you and your life and your health, which this whole health fair is about, taking charge of your health, helping you live a happier, healthier life. And that's what we at Walgreens want for you as we are in all of your communities. We want to be there to help you take charge of your health. Medication adherence is kind of you may not quite understand what that means or what we're talking about. It's basically how well you take your medication according to the way that your doctor or pharmacist has instructed you to take it. So sometimes it may not just mean not taking your medicine. Sometimes it means not taking your medicine in the way that you should, as far as specific instructions that you are given. For instance, not taking your thyroid medication in the morning before any food or drink, things like that. That would be considered non-adherence if you were taking it with lunch or something like that. So there's a bunch of different ways in which you can be non-adherent to your medication, and when you're non-adherent to your medication, it means that you're not going to get the full benefit from that medication, and that's not what we want for you in your healthcare. We want you to if you're going to bother to get the medication and have the medication, we want you to get your full health benefit out of it so that you can live a happier, healthier life. So it's been shown that about 50 to 70% of Americans in general are non-adherent with their medication. So this is not a small problem. This is not something that just a couple people aren't doing properly. So we at Walgreens really wanted to talk about it. We wanted to have a conversation about it. And the number one thing I want to say at the beginning is it's important for you to be honest with your healthcare professionals about your adherence issues, okay? So if there's something holding you back from being adherent, that's something that you need to tell your doctor or your pharmacist, because we're all human beings, we're not perfect, but if you're not taking it the way that you should for some reason, there are some strategies we'll talk about today as to ways to help you with that. But also some of those things are things that you and your doctor have to deal with and mitigate, and we want you to be open and honest with your healthcare professionals about that. So there's a couple, well, there's really three in my mind, main reasons that people are non-adherent to their medication. And the first one, of course, is just forgetfulness. We're all really, really busy. I know that I am, I know that you are too. We have a lot of things going on in our lives. Sometimes we just forget. And there's a few ways in which we can help you with that forgetfulness. So the first thing is, in general, talk to your doctor when you're there about any medications they may have prescribed for you that are taken more than 1 to 2 times a day. If it's necessary short term, even if it's necessary long term, if you and your doctor have a conversation about that, that may be appropriate, but people really have a hard time remembering to take medicines that many times a day and fitting it into their schedule and their lifestyle. When you're working, you have children, you have a business, things going on. It's hard to remember to take something 3 times a day, 4 times a day, every single day. So there's some extended release formulations and other things that sometimes can help you with that. The second thing is putting your medication in a place that will kind of trigger you to remember it. So for me, I put my medication on my nightstand next to my bed, so when I go to bed at night, I can remember to take my medication. So something as simple as that, and then you get in the habit of it, and that will really help you. A really important one, and one that I think is helping more and more people every day, is to set an alarm. So a lot of people have technology accessible to them throughout the day, not everyone, but if you do, set an alarm on your phone, or in the Walgreens app we have a pill reminder and it'll send you a push notification that will help you with that too. But setting an alarm of some sort just to trigger you to remember it in your busy life is really helpful, and that can eliminate a lot of the problems to begin with. The second main reason why people tend to be non-adherent to their medications, and I know this has gotten me before, is that medicines are expensive. Sometimes they're really expensive. And so when we talk to people, a lot of times they'll tell me, well, I'm really actually only taking it every other day or one time a day, and I should be taking it twice a day because I can't afford to fill this every single month. So if that is your problem and that's the issue you're having with being adherent to your medication, like I have been before, talk to your doctor about a generic alternative to that medication, and please talk to your pharmacist also and see if they can recommend something to you. There are generics available for a lot of medications, and maybe not for that exact medication, but something that is similar in the same class. So you can't get the full benefit from the medicine if you're rationing your medicine. And so there are cost support options for you from manufacturers and from possibly in your local pharmacy, like Walgreens has the Prescription Savings Club. The third main thing I want to talk to you about is side effects, because we've probably all had side effects before from our medications, and a lot of times those side effects are short-term. So it's important to talk to your pharmacist if you're experiencing those side effects as to whether this is something that's maybe going to go away in a week or two after your body's kind of gotten used to the medication, or if this is a more serious side effect, we would need to switch it. I know Dr. Gear is going to talk to you about hypertension next. And when people tend to get on their antihypertensives or their blood pressure medicine the first time, sometimes they don't feel great for the first few days as their body's adjusting. So it's important to communicate about that. Don't just stop taking your medicine. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about it, and in that way they can kind of problem solve that with you as to whether that's something short term, something that may go away, or something that maybe we could switch to another medicine that's similar, maybe doesn't have as bad side effects to it. So there's definitely some strategies to deal with some of those side effects. So it's not a reason necessarily to discontinue your medicine, but just another reason to be in good communication with your doctor. The last thing I want to mention is a really good way to help with adherence is to get all your medications synchronized together. So all of these things we just talked about, a lot of them can be managed if you get your medicine synchronized and get to your pharmacy maybe just once a month or once every 3 months. So it's better for people's overall adherence if you can get all your medicines filled on the same day. Your local pharmacy will have strategies to deal with this with you, and it's important. It's important for you to make sure that way you can get it filled continuously. You don't miss months, you don't miss days. And we want you to get the full benefit from your medicine. So talk to your local pharmacist about ways to do this so that it can help you, because your health is important to us, and we want to be there as a way to help you with your adherence issues. So I'm really grateful for you guys letting me come in and talk today. We are there in your communities at Walgreens, and we just want you to feel comfortable coming in and talking to us, as we're accessible to you at any time you need us.